Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today I'm bringing you guys my second impressions for the Tier 10 reward ship or premium ship. It's pretty much the same thing. The Smolensk. So, the Smolensk. Yesterday I said that it was not as overpowered as I thought it was, but I think that it still needs some tweaks in order to bring it down a bit, because I do think that it is still a bit up there as far as the ridiculousness of it goes. So, the Smolensk 16 guns with a 4.5 second base reload, you can get down to around 4 seconds. And with Adrenaline Rush, if you are really low health, you can get it down, the reload down to about 2.8, 2.9 seconds. Which is kind of crazy for a ship with 16 guns that can potentially have a range of 19 kilometers, although I do believe you have to switch out the reload module for the range module. So I still think it's a little bit ridiculous, and on top of that, it has hydro, smoke, and decent torpedoes. Now, you put all this together, and the ship admittedly does not have the best armor ever, although it also kind of plays to its favor, because you can seriously get about, well, anywhere within 10 kilometers of a battleship, and they will simply overpin you, and you'll be free to melt them or torpedo them. Granted, it will take a good chunk of your health away, but you'll be able to repair some of that back. And it's frustrating to play against. It's annoying to play against. It's one of the more hated ships in the game right now. But I still don't think it's fine, like a lot of people were trying to say in yesterday's video. I think it still needs to be toned down a bit, because it is really easy in this ship to do north of 120, 130,000 damage. Yesterday I played for, those who don't know, the way this series works is in the first impressions video, I'll play this ship for about an hour or so. So yesterday I got about 4 to 5 games, and I think it was 4. 2 of the games I did well over 130,000 damage, and 2 of the other games I only did about 60 to 70,000 damage. And the reason in those 2 other games I only did 60 to 70,000 damage was simply because my team wasn't spotting. I didn't have a lot of support. Well, I didn't have any support actually, so I couldn't see anything to shoot at. And you can't exactly go spotting in the Smolensk, because when you get detected, everyone wants you dead. So there is that. You do have to have a good supportive team in order to do well in the ship. And if you have that, oh my god, the potential damage in the ship is crazy. Now, is it bad that this ship, when well supported, can do an insane amount of damage? No, not really. Any ship that's well supported should be able to do a crazy amount of damage. The issue with it is more or less how it is, because you don't have to put yourself in much danger in the Smolensk to do a tremendous amount of damage. Because, admittedly, while it can't island hump as well as the American light cruisers, it can for sure get behind an island or in its smoke screen and melt away. All you really need is a destroyer or a carrier that's willing to spot for you, and if you can get behind an island, a rock, or get in a good place with your smoke screen, you can melt away to your heart's content. And this ship's good at melting, well, anything. Carriers, cruisers, battleships, destroyers. The thing is crazily good at removing destroyers from the game. So you have all that put together in one ship, and I mean, I can't sit here and tell you it's not good. It's a good ship to have. It's a very strong ship. I would say it's a bit overpowered, although not as much as I originally thought. I still do think it's a bit overpowered and needs to be knocked down a couple of notches. And I mean, like I said, I can't tell you that it's not a good ship to get if you have the coal. I mean, would I recommend you get it? No, because I don't like this playstyle. And I said this yesterday too, and I'm going to say it again today. I do not like the HE spammy playstyle. I have a Harugumo, I have a Worcester. I got those ships because I wanted to figure out what was the best way to deal with them. I don't play them a lot or really at all. I may play the Harugumo every now and then because it's one of my few tier 10 destroyers, and I may play it in clan battles if my team needs a destroyer. Worcester, take it out just to do, like, if they have the snowflake event, or like this past birthday event. That's the only really time I play my booster anymore. And I have a feeling it's going to be the same for the Smolensk. So I'm going to continue playing it for the duration of this review process. Then I'm probably going to dock it for, well, a very long time. Because I don't like the sit back, burn everything playstyle. I know some people do. I don't, because I've been on the receiving end of that never-ending rainbow of HE for so long that I don't think it's fun doing that to somebody. Because against HE, you can't really do anything except time your repairs and your damage con. Against AP, you can angle, you have the choice of, okay, do I want to be a little risky, try to get my rear turrets around, open up a bit more, hope that I get a good shot in, or do I want to play it safe, keep it bow in, try to close the gap, and then try to get at their sides. With HE, you don't have that choice. Your choice is turn away and run and try to time your damage cons and repairs right, or charge them and hope you can get there before they get done burning you out while timing your damage con and repairs right. Because, and again, with AP, you have to aim for parts of the ship. You know, do I want to aim for his superstructure, or can I pin his bow? Can I get at his citadel? Is he too angled and on his side armor? Can I aim for his upper armor? Or am I going to have to resort to shooting his superstructure? HE, it's just point and click. I mean, with IFHE, if you're shooting upon the tier of the ship too, it doesn't really matter where you hit. You're going to do some form of damage. And that, because I understand, you know, you need to have that balance in the game, because if this game was super realistic, then half the ships that you would see in the battleship would do little to no damage to you, and I understand that. But when you have a ship that can do that level of consistent damage from behind an island or in smoke, and they have 16 guns, and they reload in 4.5 seconds base, I think that's a bit much, and I really do not think it's good for the game right now, because Oregon have been just non-stop introducing more and more HE spam ships. And I mean, again, I get it. You need HE in this game to make it balanced, but it's just a bit much in my opinion. Now, if they were just adding in the Smolensk, and we didn't have ships like the Worcester, the Harugamo, the Kitakaze, the Friesland, if we didn't already have a bunch of those ships in the game, if it was just the Smolensk, okay, maybe it wouldn't be that bad. But this is really just the cherry on the top for me and a lot of other people who are tired of just seeing these types of ships getting added to the game over and over and over again. And that's where a lot of my hatred for the ship comes from, just the culmination of this HE spam playstyle that I really don't like. And I'm not saying that because I'm a battleship name, I want my Kerfurs to be indestructible from anything. No, I get it. It has its weaknesses. It needs to have its weaknesses. And HE is certainly one of the Kerfurs weaknesses. But it's just, I mean, it would be like if they added in the frickin' Tillman class battleship. The crazy one with the 18-inch, with, I think, what was it, 12 or 16 18-inch guns. Armor that's nigh unpennable by most of the ships on the board. If they added in that thing, I would say that's too much that needs to go. Hell, the Pobeda, the Slava, whatever the hell its name is. I think that thing's too much. That doesn't need to exist. The sniping BB meta isn't something that needs to be encouraged anymore. I, for one, think BBs should be at the close range, with the exception of the Yami, because it's historically accurate and it's not crazily overpowered as a sniper. And that's just where I'm at with the Smolensk right now. I don't like the playstyle. I don't think adding any more of these types of ships are good for the game. I think Wargaming needs to back off from adding in any more Rainbow HE ships for now. You know, just let us have some more heavy cruisers for a time. Back off on all this HE spam. You know, let us get away from that from some time at least. I mean, although I'm not really getting away from it, because you can still buy the Smolensk as of now. But that's just my opinion on the Smolensk. And again, the ship itself, it's a little overpowered, not crazy like I thought it was. It does have its weaknesses. It does handle like a wet brick. And yes, if you get caught turning, you can be deleted. But for the most part, little OP needs to get turned down a bit. I say just increase the reload by half a second or a second. And honestly, I think that would help tremendously with this ship and a lot of people's perspective of it. So that is my second impressions for the Smolensk. My third impressions video, those normally take a bit more time to come out. Tomorrow I should have some Italian cruisers to look at for you guys, so keep an eye out for that. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope to catch all of you guys in the next one.